already healed what you need to heal, and you keeping yourself at an old consciousness level. Oh, also it's 444 on my phone. Okay, you know the saying of, are we picking at things that don't need to be picked at? I'm going to show you that in real time. Okay, I was talking to a client about this earlier, and this is where we get into like quantum shifting and quantum healing. Okay, so this is you on the timeline ladder. Okay, this is you as a baby, and this is you now. Okay, so you had all this trauma stuff that needed to be healed. Behavioral patterns, triggers, people that need to be out of your life, you know, just all this stuff. Different version of you. So you have been working on a baby to become this new higher self version. So you cleared all that stuff out. Okay, well now you've actually jumped so far in consciousness that you're over here. And then there's, you know, the ladder keeps on going infinitely. Okay. But what happens is there'll be these past versions of us in between where we were a baby, if you will. And they still think that you have all this trauma healing that you need to do. So they are actually keeping you at this level. Like you have already graduated and they still think that you in kindergarten. Okay. So what ends up happening is you're trying to be up here in your new ideal reality, but because you're speaking about those wounds and past narratives that you have already healed, it is keeping all of your inner children and past versions in a lower, denser consciousness. So let me give you a tangible example. So all my life, I have been working on money wounds, lack mentality, because that is one of my karmic lessons. I healed all this stuff, okay? But because I'm a coach and an energy healer, and now that I'm at this level, I would talk to clients about, oh yeah, I used to experience a lot of anxiety and depression and lack mentality and money wounds and all this stuff, because I'm using it as a growth comparison chart to say this is where I was and this is where I am now. But what ended up happening was I was keeping my inner children and my past versions in a narrative that is not even real for them anymore. So that had to happen on my healing journey so that I could get myself up out of that consciousness. But now that I'm way far away from it, me talking about how broke I was and anxious and depressed and all that stuff, I am keeping my past versions of my inner children locked in those old paradigms. I'm not saying those things didn't happen, but sometimes you reach a consciousness level where you're actually dragging yourself back talking about those things. I need to talk about things that are closer to my now experience. So let me know in the comments if this helped you have a perspective shift. And these are all things that we're going to be talking about in Boss Babes Inspire, a group mastermind for spiritual coaches and energy healers. You can go to my profile and click, and all of the information is there, and we're starting in June.